What is up, my beautiful boys and girls? Now welcome back to another video. Now today we're going to be doing what if Naruto had the snow release or snow style. Now Naruto, let's just hop straight into this. But before we do this, I'm going to say that Minato is in a clan called the Ukn.On clan, which specializes in ice and snow style. So this is where he gets his affinity for snow and ice from. But Naruto won't really have ice style in this. He'll just minorly use it. Maybe, he has one or two ice jutsus. If you want him to have more ice jutsus, just put that in the comments below. But let's just get straight into it. So also Kurama is white and cyan. So yeah. But now let's just get straight into it. So Naruto had a pretty hard life growing up. Kids made fun of his white hair, as nobody else in the village was known to have white hair. If there are people in the village that have white hair, that is like main characters, well then ignore what I just said. But Naruto was bullied for his white hair, and that nobody else in the village had other than Tobirama. But Tobirama is dead. So he was made fun of a lot. Naruto had a very rough childhood, as people shunned him, called him a freak. Whenever they got the chance to when nobody was looking, they'd kick him down, beat him up. But Naruto still lived by. So Naruto would just be sitting in his seat and until Iruka would start to explain that he needs to make a shadow clone. Naruto in this is very intelligent, but still doesn't know how to make a shadow clone. Naruto tries to make a shadow clone, but it turns out like canon. The shadow clone is stupid, dumb, can't get anything done. Iruka sighs, and then says, come back to me when you can actually do this jutsu. As Naruto is walking down the empty halls, he hears a hey, Naruto, come here. Naruto just looks over to the shady Mizuki, standing in the shadows, like a freaking drug dealer. Naruto just steps over and says, Mizuki-sensei, Mizuki-sensei, what are you doing here? I know you're a teacher and all, but isn't today your day off? Mizuki says, hey, listen, I know it's my day off, but I heard that you couldn't complete the Shadow Clone Jutsu. Naruto says, who told you that? And then Mizuki says, well, a little birdie told me. He says, if you steal the scroll, which is in the Hokage's office, you'll be able to do the Shadow Clone Jutsu perfectly. And when you're done with the Shadow Clone Jutsu, hand it over to me. Naruto would actually listen to Mizuki, but would still be kind of suspicious of Mizuki, as he is smarter in this timeline. Naruto would jump tree to tree until he gets to Hokage's office. He would actually jump in, but as he jumps in, he immediately hides under the desk as the door opens. Hiruzen comes in and takes some papers off his desk and then immediately leaves. Naruto starts to snicker and then takes the scroll, then jumps down from the trees, from the office to the trees until he gets back to the academy. Now, Naruto in this would actually know his infinity, which is snow release. He feels like he'd be able to do better if he was able to learn a snow clone. So instead of learning Shadow Clone, which he would still have a Shadow Clone Jutsu, But he would learn Snow Clone, and he would also learn the multi-Snow Clone Jutsu, multi-Shadow Clone Jutsu. He thought this would make a perfect combo. As Naruto would head to the academy with, also he did learn a few more Snow Jutsus and Ice Jutsus. Like I said, he only has one or two Ice Jutsus. So as he gets closer to the academy, Iruka Sensei says, "Hey, Naruto, wait a minute, is that the scroll? Naruto, what are you doing with that scroll? You know that it's illegal to steal from the Hokage's office." Naruto says, "Wait, but Mizuki Sensei said I could pass." He says, "Mizuki?" Just then, from the top of the treetops, a huge shuriken would scratch Iruka's cheek. "Naruto, come with me. Give me the scroll, now." Iruka would say, "No, Naruto, don't do that. You don't, don't be a traitor. I never, like Mizuki. I never thought Mizuki would betray the village. But there's always a time for everything." Mizuki would actually get frustrated and throw the huge shuriken. Iruka would move in the way, piercing through his chest. And the wound would actually go way deeper through Iruka's chest, like to the point where it's at Naruto's nose. Iruka would fall over. Like, if he doesn't get medical attention right now, he's probably going to die. Naruto says, he just stands up. Mizuki says, "Good. Now, Naruto, give me the scroll." Naruto looks up angry and says, You killed Iruka Sensei." Mizuki would actually laugh and says, "No wonder why you're the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails. You're an arrogant fool." Naruto would tilt his head, confused. Mizuki would then proceed to tell Naruto about everything. About the Nine Tails, And then Naruto, still filled with rage, would say, multi Snow Clone Jutsu, multi Shadow Clone Jutsu." A huge wave of Shadow Clones and Snow Clones mixed would start to barrage at Mizuki. Mizuki would take out a small knife, a small kunai, and a Shadow Clone rushed at him. Mizuki would cut him down. It turned into smoke. Then a Snow Clone come at Mizuki. Mizuki wouldn't actually know the difference. So when he cut the Snow Clone, Naruto says, "Hey, got you. Snow Clone. Snow Style. Imprisonment." When the snow that Mizuki had chopped down, you know how the clone turned into snow. The snow that was made of the clone would actually wrap around Mizuki's arms. Mizuki would say, What is this?" Naruto would then rush at Mizuki, and all of his clones as well would start to hit Mizuki in his face until Mizuki would start to split up blood. Iruka would then cough up blood as well, saying, "That's enough, Naruto." Naruto would then say, Are you sure, Iruka Sensei? Are you going to be okay?" Iruka Sensei smiles and says, "Well, I guess you passed." Naruto would look confused. And then he was like, "You were able to make shadow clones." Iruka would give Naruto his headband. And then Naruto would actually start to heal up Iruka Sensei. As Naruto can heal with his snow, like he can close in the gap wound. It would be enough to get Iruka to a hospital where he can actually get real treatment and where the snow might not infect his body. So Naruto gets Iruka to a hospital. He informs the village elders that Mizuki was a traitor for Orochimaru. So now, so now, the next day, they're assigning teams, and the team actually is Sakura, Sasuke, and Naruto, the canon team. But they have a they have a lazy sensei, as Naruto would actually still pull the prank. Kakashi would come in and he would say, "My first impression of all of you are you're just a bunch of idiots." Sakura would look offended. Sasuke wouldn't really care. And Naruto would be like, "Hey!" But still smiling. They would all then tell Kakashi all their passions, dreams, dislikes. Naruto would say, "My likes? Well, udon," which is basically just noodles. Soba, food in general. My dreams, I want to be the Hokage. My dislikes, I hate people that look down on others. Sakura kind of laughs at the dream to be Hokage for Naruto. He says, "Hey, what are you laughing for? Believe it." And I think this is where we're gonna end it off. Thank you guys so much for 180 subscribers. We're almost at 200, and I'm actually sponsored this video by subscribe button. So hit the subscribe button, get us to 200. Thank you guys so much for carrying me this far. Now, bye guys.